Hi everyone in the Enlighten crypto community, just wanted to make a little video because we've seen a sizable correction over the last 48 hours. So just wanted to make sure everyone was calm about this. If you are completely new to crypto, it might be a bit overwhelming, but this is very normal and it's actually a great buying opportunity. And this is the kind of mentality you have to have, especially in a bull market. We want these 20-30% corrections. It's healthy for the market. It's a great time to buy. People would have loved to have bought Bitcoin under $50,000 a couple of days ago. Now it's gone there. People are panicking and selling and all that kind of crazy stuff. So yeah, to me, this is a great time to buy. The altcoin market is down considerably as well. And again, this isn't anything bizarre. If you look at previous bull runs, Bitcoin dips 20-30% over the year or so. It has the bull run. About 4 or 5 times. Also, the altcoin market on the back of that can drop, even as high as like 50%. But if you look at the actual runs where it's going upwards, the gains are a lot more than that. So obviously, over time, you're making a lot of money. I'm just going to share the screen for you and have a look at this. That's today. If we stretch out to 3 months on Bitcoin, we don't have to go too far back to see when this happened before. You can see here we had this parabolic run from below the all-time high at $20,000 in December, all the way up to $40,000 on the 8th of January. So yeah, 100% gain in a few weeks basically. And then we had this big correction. So we actually came down about 25%, all the way down to $30,000. That was very similar to now. People are worried, is this the end of the bull run, whatnot? And I said to people in the group, this is a great time to buy. Like, we're in a bull run, this is only the first correction, and there's a lot of bullish momentum. So yeah, I recommend people to buy. And then we saw this massive rally, and we nearly even got up to $60,000. What do we get to? 57,200, it's saying here. So yeah, what I believe we're seeing is the second correction, this bull run. It's come quite quickly after the first, only a month and a half. But I think that's kind of normal just because of the amount of money that's been flooding in. People are going to take profits. I know the miners have been doing a lot of selling. We've had a few whale accounts do a bit of selling, so maybe they're taking some profits or trying to manipulate the market a bit and shake out some weekends. So there's nothing to suggest this is the end of the bull run or to suggest a bearish scenario playing out. Everything's looking great for Bitcoin and the overall market. And like I said, this is a really good time to buy. And yeah, if we look at the daily, and yesterday we're up at 55,000. We continued to come down overnight. And you can see how quickly things can recover as well. We've kind of bounced off about the $46,000 level here, and all the way up to 49 in the space of an hour or two. I believe that is 11:44. Yeah, basically an hour and a half. It shows you how quickly things can change. And I just want to have a look at a couple of other charts that I've put on this PowerPoint. So here, this was a few hours ago. It's a little bit behind. These are levels of supports. This is basically where there's a lot of buying orders that should prevent Bitcoin from going any lower, essentially. We have actually broken through that first one, and we bounced here around this area of the second one, like I just showed you, around the $46,000 level. We kind of bounced upwards off that. That's not to say it will carry on going up. We could still come down to this third level of resistance, which would be a 28% pullback. Like I said, it's normal in bull runs to see these 20-30% pullbacks, and it's very healthy for the market. So yeah, it doesn't mean that we've necessarily clear from here. We could come down to this level, which is about $42,000. Or yeah, we could have already recovered. In my opinion, I wouldn't if you have got money on the side, you want to put some in, I'd be putting it in there now. I mean, we could come down further to this $42,000 level. So maybe put a little bit on the side as well if you want to wait for that. Because what that'll do for the altcoins, that'll come right down again. So there'll be some incredible buying opportunities there. But I think put a little bit in now if you have got money on the sidelines. Because even if we do come down, it won't be for long. Like we saw in January, we went down to 30,000, and then within about 3 weeks, we were nearly at 60,000. The market's very volatile, so you've got to make that your friend and be prepared for all scenarios. And like I always say, buy the dips, buy on the red days and weeks, not when everything's flying upwards, because that's usually when we're due a correction. Like we've seen a couple of days ago, the market was just flying, and it can't sustain that. People are going to start selling and taking in profits, especially traders, miners, and the rest of it. Another little chart to look at. So this is going back to the last bull run, all the way back in 2017. And this will show you what I've been saying. We had these kind of 4 levels where we had a huge increase in price. So this first one here did 129%, and you can see this huge pullback. Not sure the percentage there, probably about 25% it looks like. Again, next rally, and then we hit some resistance here, another huge pullback. So this is where I see us being roughly. It's very hard because obviously each cycle is going to be a bit different. But if you look at the past cycles, they're played out very similarly. So I'd say we're around here. We've hit this top here, and now we're correcting. So we could still have 2, 3, maybe even 4, 5 more of these pullbacks as we go along the way. Because it is different now. There's a lot of corporate money involved, which could bring even more volatility. So this sheer volume of money coming in and out, it can shift the market very quickly. But in the grand scheme of things, I think the bull market will be going until at least kind of June time personally. Predictions vary between kind of May, June, all the way into early 2022 for this bull cycle to end. So I think we're way too early for it to be over. I personally am not worried or panicked at all. Like I say, everything's bullish in the market. So many amazing partnerships at the partnership. With MasterCard happening, where they're going to make crypto purchases available. We've got companies like Tesla coming in and investing, which is just going to cause a big knock-on effect, I think, both in retail and for corporate investors. So yeah, I do believe we're going to go to at least 100,000 this year personally. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. It's very important. You all got to make your own decisions. Don't just listen to me. Get a range of opinions. That's how I see things playing out at the moment. And I don't really have any money on the sideline because I kind of got all my positions sorted by sort of my last few positions by December, January time. So I'm kind of just sitting on the sidelines. But if I did have some money, this is today, there's no doubt I'll be making a few purchases. My favorite coins, Bitcoin's always solid, obviously, Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano, Chainlink. Those 5 projects I see has been very solid and still being in the top kind of 10, 20 for sure in 4 or 5 years. So I'm trying to look more long term. So they're the kind of projects I'll be looking at. Or if you want higher risk reward, look further down the market cap. And for anyone in the Enlighten crypto community, you'll have access to my report and you'll see all the info on the different coins there and the ones I recommend. So go through that. And if you are watching, you're not from the Enlighten crypto community, I'm going to leave a link down below for more access to that on Patreon. It's basically a group where I give daily updates on the Telegram group. Occasionally I do videos like this, or videos, how-to videos, how to move from different exchanges and how to trade and whatnot. You also get the report I was just talking about, how to build your portfolio and explanations on all the coins. And then if you pay the higher grades, you get a Zoom call where I chat with you every month, and you also get a meditation because I'm a qualified meditation teacher and I'm on some of the biggest apps in the world. Absolutely love doing that as well, which is a great complement to this because it can be a mental and emotional roller coaster. Meditations can be really helpful just to keep you calm no matter what is happening in the market. So yeah, check that down below. I created it because a lot of the packages out there, they're very expensive for people if you're on low income. So you can join my community from as little as £4 a month. And yeah, I just want to kind of get people involved in crypto. I'm really excited and passionate about the space. I absolutely love operating the group. So yeah, check it out, and thanks for listening, guys. All the best with your investments.